second day. Here we are again at the Davao de Oro spot, and we got a little bit of the walls up here, just kind of putting tin on some of the sides where the rain comes in a lot, and then where there's not so much the rain blowing, we've got this bamboo. Right now we're working on the floor. We did this patch yesterday, and that gave us a spot to put all of our stuff while we finish the rest of the floor here. So basically just going to be backfilling a lot, and you definitely don't want any sort of plants or anything. So we've been pulling all these out here. They kind of grew since we were gone. We put this sand gravel mixture here, got it all flattened out, and it did a good grade. And when we came back, we had some little friends growing in it. So we're just gonna go through, pull all these out, because they will grow right up through the concrete after you pour it. So gonna be kind of re-leveling out this area where the water washed away a little bit of it. Basically just removing all this. Don't want any here. All this stuff to be gone. See, some of this is just dead stuff. We got this tin here. That. So now we're going to backfill this a little bit. not quite how I would normally be doing this, but considering the availability of tools that we have here, which is just shovels and a piece of wood, and the quality of the sand, which we did buy washed sand. It was supposed to only have up to 1/2-inch pieces of gravel in it. Well, we actually got not quite what we ordered. We've been pulling out stones like this from our sand quite a bit. So they're using a lot bigger grading than what they told us they were, and also the sand is not too washed. As you can see, this cement we're mixing, it kind of has like a brown muddy look to it. That's because it hasn't been washed thoroughly. They might have washed it once, but maybe it should have been washed 3 or 4 times. So that's kind of why we're just, what you might say, half-assing this, because we know already the quality is not going to be able to meet the standards that we'd like through a specific application process. So we're just trying to lay something down quick. We don't have money or time to find a proper sand dealer. And so we're just going to get this done so at least we have some sort of base in here, and we can kind of work from that. And then next time when we're out here, we can get a little bit better quality material so we can do a little bit better touch-up works. This is just a temporary structure. It's eventually going to be kind of like a shed or a garage, but we are going to be staying in here while we build a cinder block home there. So obviously we kind of want to save time and money on what's basically going to eventually be considered just a shed. That's why we're kind of doing this. But when we get the nicer building up, we're going to be spending a lot more time on making quality control and making sure we've got a lot better materials to work with, so we can have some nice flat surfaces, get some proper tools, some trommels, some trowels, and make everything nice and smooth and flat so we can lay down some tile in there. For now, the only place we're going to have tile is maybe just a little bit in the kitchen. We'll see how it works out. That's looking less and less likely as we go. But we're just going to keep grinding away here with what we got and see how it turns out. Hope for the best. Okay, if I can find my stick. Where is my stick? So like I said, it's not ideal. It's definitely not what I would normally do, but under the circumstances, I've only got about 1 week left here, and really trying to get this structure finished. I'm hoping to put a little stall over there so we can kind of start selling some of the vegetables that we've been growing in this area, and just kind of go from there. So we still got a bit to go on this structure besides the floor. We've got a couple pieces of tin up here. We just wanted to see how it's going to work out. And so we need to finish the tin, put a doorway right there, put some tin across the top there, and put tin all on this wall. There'll be a doorway there for the bathroom where the tarp is. And then right here is going to be essentially a garage door, so we're going to put tin down to this bamboo piece here. Then we're going to hang down another piece of bamboo sitting in a steel ring. We'll slide another bamboo piece and then build a door that can just fold out. Pretty simple and easy. And lastly, we'll put some bamboo crossing here in this window. And we got a nice view there. And yeah, it's kind of how it's looking. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching us and maybe learning something, hopefully. And we're gonna keep going here as it was. When we get a little bit closer to finishing, I'll do a finishing video. So you can see this is where we've been sleeping at right now until we get this area a little bit more weather tight. But yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll be in touch.